Shalom, 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 shalom. First and foremost, giving infinite praises, glory, and honor unto Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua Ba'ashem HaKodash, giving double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone. Shalom, salutation to you sincere Akims across the four winds, pushing this truth with sincerity of heart. I'm your fellow servant, Kasam God from the DC camp, coming at you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahshua to feed the elect out of the nation of Israel, you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans that are slated to be delivered from the destruction of the virgin daughter of Babylon, also known as the United States of America. Now this is another episode or series or installment of the Watchtower, and quickly I'm just gonna go into it. And this right here is very important because it's going down. Esau is making his move, and the groups that are gonna be affected, especially in this truth when it comes to this particular article, are going to be on, the Israelite women, especially, even beginning with the Israelite women that, the quote unquote Akwaf, that are listening to us. I mean, all of us got to go through this trials and tribulation. And this article right here, when I read it, when I go over it, you're going to realize why you're going to be some of the first ones to have to deal with this and truly understand what we're dealing with, and what we've been talking about, what we've been preaching. Because for the most part, the Israelite man, this is gonna suck. This is gonna be really tough. But Esau set up a society where our children are mostly under the control of our women, and we barely have a say so when it comes to our children. So I'm gonna just go right into it. This is out of 25 Fox out in Michigan. It says Michigan lawmakers calls for firing of Allegan County Health Department health director. And this is something that's actually in the article. Right? It says August 27, 2021. Dear parents, now this is something that was actually sent to the parents over there in Michigan. It says it was sent to a particular parent. That's why I was blurted out. It was white. It was whitewashed and blurred out at the top because I guess the parent, whoever the individual is, decided, of course, which is a smart thing, they decided not to leave their name up there. So this was sent to them. It says, "Dear parents / guardians of such and such and such, the child," right? It says the Allegan or Legion. I think it says Allegan, whatever. It says Allegan County. I think it's Allegan County Health Department has become aware, and then it's missing the space on it. And it says contact to a COVID-19 positive individual, and has determined and defined by Michigan law of COVID-19 SARS-CoV-2 Michigan individual who serves as a potential source of infection, and I guess we missing some words. It said department reasonably believed to harbor a specific infection, communicable disease or infection, whether or not there is with the root. But I mean, this is the proof that it was sent to the individual. So let's read this. It says Allegan County, Michigan. State Rep Steve Johnson posted a picture on his Facebook page showing what appears to be a letter from the Allegan County Health Department to a parent or guardian. The letter discusses COVID-19 protocols regarding a child who has come into close contact with a COVID-19 individual and has determined that person to be a carrier of COVID. Okay. It says the letter also says you are hereby notified that you are required to cooperate with the Allegan County Health Department in efforts to prevent or control the transmission of this serious disease or infection. At one point, the letter states, if you fail to take actions prescribed in this warning notice, the Allegan County Health Department shall petition the court to see an order to compel, another word for compel is threaten, compel your compliance, which may result in you being taken into protective custody, right? And you being taken into protective custody to protect the public's health. Protective custody. So they're going to have a court order to come and snatch your ass up and snatch the kid up, because ultimately, in this particular instance, it's the kid. You know what I'm saying? If you don't basically so-called don't take care of the matter, whatever that means, right? This is end quote. It says, now the Allegan County Health Director is threatening to take parents to court if the department has reasonable belief that their children has been exposed to C-19 and they don't follow her every order. This could include actions by the county to take that child away from the parents and into the government's custody. Allegan County Commission needs to step up and fire this reckless and tyrannical health director for threatening to take away people's kids for possibly coming in close contact with someone who had COVID. This absolutely should not be happening in Allegan County. So that's the whole notice right there. And then, I mean, you got the seal right there. You have Allegan County seal. Now, I've been following this story, and I guess an individual had called into Allegan County because he couldn't believe. So he called into Allegan County to see if the shit was true, and they basically all denying that that this is true. So, you know, this game's being played. I firmly listen. I believe that it's true, but I believe that this is what's called testing the waters. And I think that and the elites are in the business of testing the water when it comes to evil. The Rothschilds, the Rockefeller, the DuPonts, the Gettys, and you know Rockefeller's name has really been attached to a lot of these the medical industry. You will always find the Rockefellers as far as like the major supporters and funders of the medical industry. And everybody who knows the Rockefeller know the Rockefellers are eugenists. They believe in population reduction. That's not no conspiracy. That's something that they've said. They mentioned that in a lot of their speeches, interviews, right? That would not be broadcasted. You know, you gotta know what you're looking for to find these things. Just like the Bill Gates speech. I mean, a lot of people don't believe, but it's not gonna come to your doorstep. You gotta go and look to find. You know, you gotta seek the truth, man. All right, you gotta seek the truth, and it takes taking time out of your day to go out and seek the truth, because only the truth can set you free. You know, especially you Israelites and you Israelite women, because you're the ones with the control of the children, our seeds, for the brothers that do have children. You know, and you know, you Israelite women out there, man, you know, you're gonna be confronted. This is when you're gonna realize that it was never in your benefit for you, especially beginning with the Judite woman on down. It was never on your benefit for you to be so-called independent and for you to rely on the state to kind of to help you fight and destroy your man, because now the state is coming after your children, and there's no man in between you and the state to defend you and to protect you. And so now you're going to realize what it means to not have a man in your house, because when they pull up, I've seen some crazy videos, man, when they pulled up in places like Australia, which is kind of like the number one testing ground of the New World Order. And they're picking people up, putting them up in vans and tossing them up into these concentration camps that they have set up over there in Australia, man. It's getting raw. You know what I'm saying? It's getting raw, and it's coming. And this is, I believe, this right here was testing the waters to kind of see the initial reaction. But it's going to happen. Even if they reverse this thing back, whatever, it's going to keep happening, because when the people who took the jab, when they start dropping dead, because their immune system is totally whacked. So now you're going to see some craziness in this upcoming fall and winter. People are really going to fall like these leaves out here, man. So you got to be prepared for that. You know, get your nutrients together, get your diet together, get your supplements together, have a plant-based diet, a mostly plant-based diet. I've been doing that. We've been talking about that with the Ikems. It's time to cut out the meat heavily. And ultimately, man, stay prayed up in your whole body, Shemel Shah, always praying, asking for health. Yeah, let me just get the precepts that I have, some quick precepts. This is Revelation chapter 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to ye inhabitants of the earth and of the sea. For the devil, who's the devil? The devil is Edom Esau. All right, it's Edom Esau, so-called Caucasian man. All right. Beginning with the elites, the Rothschild, Rockefellers, the international bankers, the eugenics. Some call them globalists, some call them Illuminati. We know them to be the heads of the nation of Edom Esau. All right, the kings of the earth right now. The true, well, not true, but the kings of the earth as of right now. It says, for the devil is come down unto you having great wrath, because he knoweth that he has but a short time. So the wrath of the devil is coming down. And the thing about wrath comes with no mercy. So Esau's coming down with no mercy. And there's going to be a lot of casualties in the nation of Israel. A lot of so-called Negroes, Hispanics, Native Americans, men, women, and children are going to be casualties of this warfare. Because guess what? They're not hearkening to Yahweh Shem Shah. They're not listening to the voice of the Most High, which is through his prophets. They're not watching. They're not listening to the trumpet that's being blown. But guess what? We're going to continue to be in a watchtower and continue to warn the elect to be prepared mentally and spiritually for what's coming down the pipe. Revelation 2:10, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. And those prisons ain't always prisons where a concentration camp is a prison. Being arrested, in any time you being arrested and you being grabbed without your consent to be put in a place away from people behind bars or whatever, even if it's in a house. Let's say they put you in a house by yourself, whatever, the quarantine, it's still being arrested. It's still a form of prison. So don't just look at prison as the ultimate. It's many forms and ways of being in a prison. Okay. So the reason why I'm saying this, so you be open and understand, exactly what's happening while it's happening. It says, fear none of these things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. 10 means perfection, a certain amount of days. It says, be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. So go in there with the mindset that, hey, the Most High is going to deliver me. But even if the Most High delivers me into the hands of my enemy, I'm still going to keep my integrity, and I'm still going to trust in Yahweh Shem Shah. Okay? So the next one I had was Revelation chapter 3, verse 9. It says, behold, I will make, 3 and 10. It says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all of the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth. So the hour of temptation is here, it's coming, and I believe through the Spirit is going to begin this fall. And again, we going into September. We are in September, false flag month. So be prepared for anything to go down. Things are going to really shift from now on. Things are going to really, really shift. So just be prepared, and, pray and watch. Mark 13:28. Now learn the parable of the fig tree. When her branch is yet tender and putteth forth leaves, ye know that summer is near. So ye, in like manner, when ye shall see these things come to pass, know that it is nigh, even at the doors. Verily I say unto you, that this generation, me, you, your mother, your father, your child, everybody that you look around you, this is the generation. Verily I say unto you, that this generation shall not pass till all these things be done. All right? So basically that's what's going to happen. We're going to have to witness these things. We're not going to be delivered away from these things. We're going to witness these things. We're going to see these things. And then when the